Guys, you guys know that Gilbert is a boxing aficionado. So for the boxing aficionados, this weekend we got Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva in a crossover YouTube versus UFC in the boxing ring. Gilbert, how excited are you for that?
A little excited, but I don't like how you started this segment, Fernando. A boxing, I'm a boxing fan, but is this considered boxing? Is this something that the hardcore fan cares about? And I would
They're
say
putting on gloves
not
and they're jumping in the
really.
ring.
What was that?
They're putting on boxing gloves and they're jumping in the
Okay,
ring.
fine. It's technically a real boxing match, right? Uh, right. But you know what? I'll say this. I think people saw the video that we did a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, where I said this is why Jake Paul fighting Anderson Silva is pointless. That's what we asked the question today. Is this fight still pointless? The question, yes, it is still pointless to me because it won't really prove anything to me about like Jake Paul. Like I consider Jake Paul a talented fighter, not like a really good fighter, but I'm like, oh, you got my attention. I want to watch you, Jake Paul. I want to see what you do against real boxers. Anderson Silva is not a real boxer. He's a great striker and MMA. And people, called me a nerd. I think I was wearing glasses on that show and say, like,
Oh
oh, look
yeah.
at Point Dexter over here. Thinks he knows everything about combat sports. Whatever. I just want to say, I will watch. I don't know if I'll pay the money. We'll see. Yeah, I'm a loser. Square seven, whatever it's called.
No, I said whatever. It's a W,
Oh,
whatever.
okay. I thought you. Okay.
No.
Yeah, but Jake Paul, like, put it this way, Fernando. I'll say this: Jake Paul and versus Anderson Silva is the boxing card of the weekend because they know how to sell a fight. And I'll tell you who else is fighting right now. This same weekend, we have Vasily Lomachenko against somebody I've never heard of, Jermaine Ortiz. But Lomachenko is one of the best fighters in the world, very skillful fighter. I know he's coming off a loss to Teofimo Lopez, I want to say a year and a half ago. But you would think he will be kind of the center attraction of the boxing weekend. Nobody cares about that fight. And there's one more I saw on the schedule. That's right. Joseph Diaz against William Cepeda, which could be kind of if you're like a hardcore boxing fan, you know the name somewhat. Those guys are brawlers, but they're not the best of the best. I just kind of, we'll watch it. But nobody cares about those two boxing cards. They care about Jake
I
Paul,
I
Anderson
know the other
Silva.
boxing one. I know the other
Which,
guy.
who's the other
Go
guy?
Gelichenko, that
But
guy. I know that
yeah,
guy.
you
I've heard you
sound like a
mention him
casual
before.
casual boxing fan. But Fernando, like you
I'm
rather
trying to
watch
get
this
better.
fight, right? You rather watch Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. Fine, I will watch it. It's entertaining. But I think boxing, a big part of the sport is entertainment, sell, the appeal. You got to get people to care. So I care, but I still think it won't prove anything to me. I think it's still pointless. Fernando, can both be true? I don't know.
No, yeah, two things can be true. Let me ask you a question. What does Jake Paul do well?
He has some good pop. I'll give him that. He's very slow footed. He can't really throw combinations. Bad cardio, and I don't
Holy
know about
crap.
his
I
chin.
said, what does he do
Yeah, yeah.
well? And you throw out all
Well,
this
that's the thing.
name.
I don't know about his chin. Like, he's never really like I don't know. Like the fighters he's fought, like do they really have big pop? I don't know. He doesn't have like he's very like kind of reckless, but you know what? I'll just say power. He has good power. He's a big kind of guy. I'm not actually sure of the weight class for this fight, but he kind of has like a cruiserweight body. But he wants to be a real fighter. He tries to slim down because he's not that tall. But I want to see more of him. And actually, I think he was cruiserweight. He was like at the 200 level. This other guy was trying to fight Vasim Rockman's junior son. Couldn't make the weight, but eventually, okay, say Jake Paul does knock out Anderson Silva. Cool, you're still on track, but it won't prove anything to me. Maybe you're right here, Fernando. Actually, now I think about it, maybe start showing some better combinations. Maybe he's better at cutting the ring, a nice jab, things like that, attacking the body. But if you're still kind of just swinging like this, like you're in a backyard fight, again, pointless.
So obviously, I've been trying out for WWE, doing some announcing stuff, some other stuff, not in real life. I mean, I'm trying out here, seeing if maybe they want to pick up your boy. Now I'm gonna do a UFC one. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Hold
Oh,
on,
there
let
you
me
go.
put me with Daniel Cormier and Dr. Joe Rogan. I'm down. We would kill it, the
You
three of
actually did
us.
a good job for Fernando, because if you haven't watched the interview with Deontay Wilder, you really broke down that fight. You sold the fight. You were like Jake Paul out there promoting.
So I appreciate that. Here's a tail of the tape. So obviously, holy crap, 22 years of difference in age.
Yeah.
Boxing fights, 5 each. Wow, 5.
Why is
Okay,
there
so
an
they both have,
American flag next to Anderson Silva? He's Brazilian.
I don't know.
Where'd you find this card?
I don't know. I found it on some internet website. So they both have a foreign. Okay, so Jake Paul's 6'1", he's 6'2". Weight. Oh crap! They have it in like kilos or some other crap. I don't know what the
Oh
hell that
yeah,
is.
that's why.
Um.
Maybe it's like a UK flag.
Okay. So here we go. Presenting Jake, the problem child, Paul. And then
You can take a long break in
Anderson,
between.
the Spider, Silva. Well, then you present the other guy. Then you kind of go.
No,
I could
that's
I
true.
could never do the job that
You gotta.
I could never. Hey, by the way, so when we interviewed oh my god, boxing legend, legendary announcer,
Michael
oh my god,
Buffer.
yeah, Buffer. I saw him at the Eagles game, and did you see him? There was
Yeah.
a, I guess, sideline video where he's all dancing and stuff. I'm
I
like, oh
think he
wow,
was
look,
trying to do the gritty, no? Or what was he trying to do?
yeah, he looked good though. I was like, oh wow, okay, there you go.
Mm.
But obviously, there you go. That's the tail of the tape.
It's a Showtime fight, by the way, Fernando. So the great Jimmy Lennon will be doing the announcing.
Oh, okay. Well, pick me up. Obviously, that's the tail of the tape. So, I don't know. I mean, you say is it point? You're asking is it pointless? I mean, for me, I'll watch it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Why? It's entertainment. It's interesting. I want to see what kind of mayhem happens. I remember the way they sold that Mayweather, and they haven't done it in a while. The way they sold Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, that was a great way to sell it. Those two getting into a fight. I remember it was like COVID was still around. Uncle COVID was still around. And they snatched the hat. Media members getting shoved out of the way. Cameras falling over.
Good promoting. Like, that's
madness. I loved it. That's why I'm saying I loved it. I wish these guys would have done a little bit more of that. There's not really any bad blood. Well, the other day I saw on TikTok Silva and him were dancing. I was like, why?
Yeah, I saw that. I think because Jake Paul has a lot of respect for Silva. Silva's a class act. But I think I saw some headlines where Anderson Silva was like, yeah, people are telling me I'm way better than him, so this should be an easy fight for me. So a little trash talk there. We'll see. But Fernando, we're both gonna watch. I know I have my issues with the problem child there. That's pretty good.
The problem child.
Can we pick a winner here? Actually, it's gonna be a close fight, I think. But you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, what are we looking at here?
No, I think it goes the distance. I don't think it's a knockout.
I'm not even sure how many rounds this fight is. Let me look it up real quick here. Is there 4?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Okay, but it is actually looked up the weight. It is a cruiserweight fight. I got that right. I don't know how many rounds. Maybe it could be 8 to 10. I'll be surprised. No way, it's 12. Especially Silva. I don't even know. Anderson Silva did beat our fellow countryman, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I remember that. It's
but
8 rounds. 8 rounds.
Okay, 8 rounds. So. I think Jake Paul, because he has more experience in the boxing game. Jake Paul,
a problem child.
Yeah, you're right. The distance. I think Silva has too much of a good chin warrior.
Silva's one of those guys that, like, if he doesn't beat you by like the first 2 rounds, he kind of gets gassed at one. Kind of like Conor McGregor in a sense. If Conor doesn't beat you in the first, and there you go, ding. If Conor doesn't beat you in the first 2 rounds, then that's basically. I mean, it's tough.
I just we ended with this. I just hope that Silva, he's gonna be in the spotlight again. He's an older fighter now. Hopefully, he just does well. He doesn't embarrass himself out there, and we remember the legend that was Spider. Because this guy, I remember when I was starting to kind of notice UFC, MMA, I was all about boxing. Who cares about that? To steal a word from Dan and Dago, they're just playing grab ass over here. I was gonna keep saying that. I don't know why. And then I started paying attention. Spider-Man, this guy's crushing everybody. Anderson Silva, so he's a legend. I know the importance of what he had for MMA. So hopefully he does well out there.
There you go. Yeah, no. So basically, we both have Jake Paul winning. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting fight, and casual boxing fans, have fun with this one. This is gonna be I think this is gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, why not?